Ever imagine yourself soaring through the skies, jet setting off to new destinations every day? Well, today we're buckling up and diving deep into the exciting world of a flight attendant career.
And we've got the perfect guide for our journey, a report from Life Skill Foundation.
LSF.
Yeah, or LSF for short.
Okay.
They're dedicated to helping students like you navigate the often overwhelming world of career choices.
Okay, so LSF, helping students like me. That's already piqued my interest. What's the story behind this report? Why flight attendants?
Well, they noticed a real need for clear, concise information tailored specifically for high schoolers, especially those in grades 8 through 12.
Okay.
Many students have this,
Yeah.
glamorous image of flight attendants, but don't really know what it takes to get there.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So they're busting myths and giving the inside scoop.
Yeah.
I'm ready to unpack this report.
Oh.
What's the first thing that jumps out?
Well, the report starts by shattering a common misconception.
Yeah.
Ready for this? You don't actually need a college degree to become a flight attendant.
Hold on, did I hear that right? No college degree needed. This career path really throws out the rule book. It sounds like airlines value real-world skills and experience over a fancy piece of paper.
Absolutely. They emphasize that while a high school diploma is the usual requirement, customer service experience is golden.
Okay.
Think of it this way. Flight attendants are the face of the airline.
Yeah.
Their primary role is to create a positive and safe environment for passengers,
Okay.
which takes people skills, not just degrees.
So someone who's worked in a bustling restaurant
Right.
or even volunteered at a help desk,
Sure.
they'd already have a head start.
Exactly.
Those real-world interactions are like gold on a resume.
You've got it. And this is where LSF's insight into personality types comes in.
Okay.
They found that people who align with social and enterprising traits tend to excel in this role.
Okay, so social, like a social butterfly.
Yeah.
But what about enterprising?
Yeah.
What do those words actually mean in this context? Paint me a picture.
Imagine someone who thrives on interacting with people,
Okay.
loves being part of a team, and can diffuse a tense situation with a calm demeanor and a smile. They're quick on their feet, resourceful, and genuinely enjoy helping others.
Okay.
That's the magic blend of social and enterprising.
Okay, so if you're the one your friends always rely on to navigate a tricky situation,
Yeah.
or if you're the first one to strike up a conversation with someone new, those are good signs you might thrive in this role.
Precisely. And here's where the report gets even more interesting. It delves into the career trajectory, breaking down the typical job zones you might encounter.
More opportunity sounds good to me. But what about climbing the career ladder?
Yeah.
Is this a job you stay at one level, or is there room to grow?
So LSF actually breaks down the typical job zones for flight attendants.
Yep.
And it's not a one-size-fits-all, which I think is encouraging.
Yep.
They talk about how you might start in an entry-level position, which typically requires a high school diploma, and then with experience move into senior roles.
So starting out, you're not just handing out snacks at 30,000 feet.
Right.
You could be training new recruits or even managing a whole team of flight attendants.
Yeah.
Now, that's what I call upward mobility.
Exactly. And while experience is key,
Right.
LSF also highlights some strategic steps you can take while still in school,
Okay.
especially in those crucial grades 8 through 12.
Okay, so while we're still figuring out which textbooks to carry, we can be getting a head start on a flight attendant career.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
The report emphasizes the value of gaining customer service experience early on. Think part-time jobs, volunteering opportunities,
Right.
even getting involved in school clubs that focus on communication and teamwork.
So that cashier gig at the local store suddenly feels a lot more relevant.
Right.
It's not just about earning some extra cash. It's about developing those essential people skills.
Precisely. And for those who are academically inclined, LSF suggests exploring hospitality or travel management courses if your school offers them.
Okay.
It's a fantastic way to dip your toes into the industry and gain some foundational knowledge.
Like a sneak peek into the world of travel and tourism.
Exactly.
But let's say you're someone who thrives on hands-on learning.
Right.
Are there any other paths to explore beyond the traditional classroom setting?
Absolutely. The report dives into the world of certifications,
Okay.
highlighting them as a powerful tool to gain targeted skills and stand out in a competitive job market.
Mm-hmm.
They even give some specific examples,
Right.
like Coursera's hospitality management course and Udemy's customer service skills for the hospitality industry.
So whether it's acing those hospitality courses or snagging a certification online,
Right.
there are multiple paths to prepare for takeoff even before graduation.
Exactly.
But let's face it, all this preparation has got to lead somewhere exciting.
Yeah.
What's the day-to-day reality of a flight attendant? Is it as glamorous as it seems?
Well, it's definitely not all turbulence and tiny bags of peanuts.
Right.
While the report touches on those familiar aspects like serving meals and beverages,
Right.
it really emphasizes that the primary role of a flight attendant is ensuring passenger safety
Right.
and adhering to all those important safety regulations.
Right. Because at the end of the day, they're not just serving snacks.
Right,
They're responsible for everyone on board.
exactly. And that means being prepared for a range of situations,
Yeah.
from routine turbulence to, in rarer cases, handling medical emergencies or security concerns.
That sounds intense. The report mentioned that flight attendants need to be good at staying calm under pressure. I'm starting to see why that's so crucial.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The report actually breaks down some of the key skills and abilities required for this career.
Oh.
Beyond staying cool in a crisis,
Mm.
strong communication and interpersonal skills are a must.
Right.
Think about it. You're interacting with passengers from diverse backgrounds,
Right.
some excited to travel, others maybe a little anxious.
Right. So you need to be able to read people,
Yes.
de-escalate situations if they arise,
Mm-hmm.
and generally be that reassuring presence on board.
Yes.
It's like being a customer service superhero in a vest and tie.
Huh. I like that analogy.
Right.
And the report also emphasizes the physical demands of the job.
Okay.
You're on your feet for long periods, maneuvering through a tight cabin space,
Yeah.
potentially lifting heavy bags, and dealing with different time zones and climates.
Okay, so maybe those comfy-looking shoes aren't just for show.
Right.
It sounds like stamina is key.
Yeah.
Forget the gym membership. I'll just become a flight attendant and
Oh.
get paid to stay in shape.
That's one way to look at it.
Uh-huh.
But speaking of getting paid,
Yeah.
the report also addresses the question on everyone's mind. What kind of salary can someone in this role expect?
So we've covered the skills, the certifications, the in-flight demands.
Right.
Now, let's talk numbers.
Okay.
What's the earning potential look like for someone entering this fast-paced world?
Well, the report states that, like most careers, the salary for flight attendants varies depending on experience, and the airline
Right.
entry-level flight attendants in India can expect a starting salary in the range of $300,000 to $500,000 per year.
Okay, so starting out might not be earning a CEO's salary, but that's not bad at all for a job that lets you travel the world.
Exactly. Plus, the report highlights that there are often additional allowances for things like travel, meals, and uniforms.
Ah,
And as you gain experience and seniority, your earning potential really takes off.
that's reassuring to hear hard work pays off, especially when you love what you do.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the report mentions something about the job outlook for flight attendants being quite promising in India.
Absolutely. With the aviation industry booming
Right.
and more people choosing air travel,
Yeah.
the demand for skilled flight attendants is expected to soar in the coming years.
Okay.
LSF predicts a 10–15% growth in job opportunities within the next decade.
Wow, 10–15%. That's a pretty impressive number.
Yeah.
Sounds like there will be plenty of opportunities for aspiring flight attendants to find their wings.
Exactly. It's an exciting time to join the industry.
This entire deep dive has been so insightful.
It has.
But before we land, any final words of wisdom from LSF for those who are ready to take their careers to new heights?
The report concludes by emphasizing that this is just the starting point.
Okay.
They encourage anyone serious about becoming a flight attendant to reach out to them directly for personalized guidance.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
Every aspiring flight attendant's journey will be unique.
Right.
So for our listeners who are ready to trade those school hallways for airplane aisles, check out the episode description for Life Skill Foundation's contact details.
Yes.
And who knows, maybe one day we'll hear your voice welcoming us aboard a flight. Until then, happy exploring.